All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. Got a lot to get to today, but I'm gonna make a video. This video I'm making right now is a little different, man. This is a sports channel. We talk sports. But if you know of, you kind of have got any hints. I'm really big on investing. Got a couple investments I'm really big on building money, saving money for the future. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build generational wealth, whatever, right? But I came across something that's very, very interesting. Now, if you guys know or don't know, Bitcoin it's been around for a while. It had that crazy run up in 2017 and people jumped into it. A lot of people jumped to it at the apex of that and lost a lot of money because it went back down. But since then, Bitcoin has surpassed. So if you invested at the high point, it's now surpassed that again, and it's just shooting through the roof. Do I own some Bitcoin? Of course, I own some Bitcoin. I ain't gonna get into that. But I find it interesting, man. And I'm not gonna do this financial lecture or nothing like that. But Russell Okung of let me make sure I get the team right. Hold on. That's what I thought it was. The Carolina Panthers was the first NFL player to be paid in Bitcoin. And it was per his request. He got paid in Bitcoin. Now I don't know if this is do we plan on spending it or holding it as an investment and just, allowing his money to build. Regardless, if people want to accept, and again, I'm not gonna go deep. I just thought this would be a little different kind of video. Regardless if people want to believe it or not, Bitcoin is here to stay. If you don't believe me, Bitcoin is here to stay. You better do your research. All right, you better realize why certain major companies are investing, why major hedge funds are holding it, why people are selling other assets just to invest those assets in Bitcoin. I think so far this year, Bitcoin has had over 200% run up. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's something like that. All right. And I'll be honest with you. What I did was I didn't know enough about the space. I took a course. I paid for the course, $250 for the course. Took the course. It was very, very easy to, the course broke it down very good. I learned it. And, I dabbled a little bit. I said, all right, I'm going to put some funds in and enough for me to be able to learn how this thing worked. Well, I upped my investment a little bit. We'll just say that. But the world, there's a lot of misconceptions with Bitcoin that people don't understand. Many people say, oh, somebody can steal it. Oh, it's for criminals. Oh, no. If it was for all that, Walmart wouldn't own so much. Starbucks wouldn't be such a major player. PayPal wouldn't be such a major player. What happening is with this Bitcoin thing is what you're seeing is a lot of people are doing things behind the scenes and don't want to tell you that it's being done. And therefore, people not getting the information or the people not being up on Bitcoin. I'm not telling no one what to do as far as Bitcoin, but I would just say if you're into investing, you're into those type of things, do some research on it. You might be surprised. Security is probably the most secure currency. It's think about gold in the sense of instead of because we all know, and I don't want to get too deep in this, but we all know that the dollar is based off of gold and stuff like that. Until it was officially taken off the gold standard, whatever, right? And then but what happens is, and I know many of you knew this, but the more and more, like, we know the big news out right now is the stimulus checks, and everybody gets stimulus check. But what you see in many countries is in a lot of countries, Zimbabwe, and all that, I forget, it's a lot of them, that they print money so much that the more and more you print something, the less value it has. So 25% of every US dollar in the world has been printed this year, guys. Think about that. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. 25% of all the US dollars in the world was printed in 2020. We've all heard the saying, too much circulation and the value goes down. Same thing here. Again, guys, it's a different type of video. I'm just talking a little bit. I'm not expecting this video to go crazy or nothing like that. I just want to give the people that are into these type of things to understand what's going on. Do some research. Get some knowledge. I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you want to do with your money. But I'm saying at least be up and aware. Always look to further educate yourself, especially in things like Bitcoin. It's not you think it's a coincidence that a guy that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars switched all his assets over to Bitcoin? You think it's I don't know if you guys are familiar with BlackRock, one of the most powerful investment companies or firms out there, just bought up a substantial amount of Bitcoin. And guess what? And if you didn't notice, Bitcoin there's only so much of it. See, unlike the dollar, you can just keep printing. But Bitcoin, there's only so much of it. I think in like 100 years, the last Bitcoin will be mined. So at that point, there's no more left, which give this now. And real quick, I'm sorry, guys, I could do this all day, but I thought this was a different kind of video. It kind of tied in the sport because this guy requested to be paid in Bitcoin. I want you guys to understand, get a little information behind it. And I'm trying my best not to make this too technical. But one of the biggest misconceptions is, oh man, if I want Bitcoin, I got to pay 20. I think it's last time I checked, it was like 27,000 for one. No. It's the same way you could buy fractional shares of a company. Just like when you buy an ETF, you don't buy a whole ETF, you buy a fractional share. You buy, you know what I'm saying? Of a company. You buy a whole, you can buy a whole ETF, but you buy a fraction of a company. Like when you invest in a technology company or a technology ETF, you ain't buying a whole Apple stock. Trust me. You're buying a little piece of it. The same can be done with Bitcoin, guys. All I'm saying is if you're looking at investing, if you're looking at diversifying your portfolio, that's an amazing way to do it. I would throw a little sum over there. You know what I'm saying? Get some knowledge first. A little sum over there. Might surprise you. All right, guys. I know this was a different type of video. I'm not expecting to get a lot of views. This is for a unique person that has some interest. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, man, you guys be great.